Most men lose the battle before sunrise, and they call it a normal day. Marcus wrote, "If my present apprehension of the object be right, and my present action charitable, and this, towards whatsoever doth proceed from God, be my present disposition, to be well pleased with it, it sufficeth. A whole rule for living sits there. See clearly, act decently, accept what arrives." Marcus did not write that line in safety. He wrote it in the strain of command, with mud on boots, petitions waiting, illness moving through camps, and death never far from the tent flap. The emperor was surrounded by power, and still had to remind himself that judgment, conduct, and assent were the only territory he truly held. Epictetus told his students the same truth from the opposite end of fortune. He had known slavery, a damaged leg, a hard master, and the daily insult of dependence. In a plain room, seated on a simple stool, he taught that the ruling faculty remains free unless a man hands it over. Circumstance presses, choice answers. Hear the structure inside Marcus's sentence. First, apprehension of the object. See the thing as it is before anger paints it. A delay is a delay. A harsh word is a harsh word. A diagnosis is a diagnosis. Then action. Let conduct remain charitable, fitting, clean. Then disposition. Receive what proceeds from the order of things without inward rebellion. Marcus was not talking about passivity. Rome still required decisions, discipline, punishments, provisions, letters, marches. The line concerns the inner posture from which action comes. A commander may speak firmly, refuse a request, or correct a failure. The Stoic demand is that he do so without hatred, vanity, or fevered complaint. Clean hands of the mind. Seneca closed more than one letter by returning to this same labor. Events rush in from outside. Opinion rushes out from within. Between them lies the narrow place where a life is either wasted or governed. The Stoa taught that virtue is the only good. If perception is right, action just, and assent willing, then the essential work is already done. The common error is simple. A man believes peace will come after the world arranges itself to his liking. He waits for cooperation, applause, certainty, health, steady markets, loyal friends, obedient children, a body without pain. Then he calls himself unlucky when life refuses the contract he invented in private. Another error sits deeper. He thinks every feeling is evidence. Every first reaction, a verdict. So annoyance becomes moral certainty. Fear becomes prophecy. Hurt becomes permission to strike back. Epictetus warned against this at the threshold. The impression arrives first. Assent comes second. Between those two moments, character either wakes up or stays asleep.
Years with this line have taught me something plain. Most suffering I added myself. The event had one weight. My interpretation tied stones to it. When I learned to name the bare fact before naming my grievance, the room changed. You still feel the blow. You stop helping it land twice. Take a meeting that goes badly. Your work is ignored, your point cut short. Another man receives the credit. The old reflex says insult, injustice.
Enemy. Slow it down. The object is smaller than the wound to pride. Someone interrupted. Someone postured. Your part remains what it always was. Speak accurately. Refuse spite. Carry no poison home. Or a friend lies. The chest tightens before the mind forms words. Marcus would ask for right apprehension first. What happened exactly? What was said? What was concealed? What is proven? What is inferred? Then charitable action. Charity here may include distance, correction, or the ending of trust. It does not require self-deception. It requires a steady hand. Consider a delayed flight, a hospital corridor, an aging parent repeating the same question under fluorescent light. Modern life gives endless chances to practice what Rome only named in older forms. You cannot command the schedule, the prognosis, or the decline. You can govern the next sentence, the tone in your voice, the face you bring into the room. Write the thing itself, my action, my disposition. Under the first, state the event without decoration. Under the second, write what duty required. Under the third, Write where you resisted what had already happened. Ink on paper exposes self-deception. Name one likely frustration. Traffic, delay, insolence, pain. Then say what belongs to prohairesis. Judgment, speech, choice. Carry that distinction into the day, like a soldier checking the strap on his shield. Ask one question only. What is the object before opinion touches it? Then perform one charitable act immediately. Lower the voice. Clarify the fact. Offer the needed help. This principle becomes hard where grief enters. A deathbed silences tidy language. Betrayal by blood cuts deeper than insult from a stranger. Public failure can burn for years in the memory. The Stoics never said such blows are light. They said the added collapse of the ruling faculty is optional. Tears may come. Bitterness need not govern. I have failed here more than once. I have argued with what already was, long after the event had closed its hand around me. Nothing noble in that, only exhaustion. Sit, see straight, do the next fitting thing. So the measure remains small and severe. Let the present thing be seen rightly. Let the present deed be charitable. Let the present heart consent to what is given. That is sufficient for 1 hour, which is all anyone ever holds. Name the obstacle you keep avoiding, out loud, in writing.